everybody, bear with me. This is my first video that I've ever made, and please excuse the mess you see around me. I may be a bit of a pack rat. Anyway, I have a special Valentine's Day message. First, a shout out to my boo face, Jonathan Felstow. Mwah. I love you. I don't know where I would be without you, and you are by far the best decision that I ever made. However, this message is not for you. This message could be better labeled love thy neighbor, or maybe love the one you're with and the one you're not with. This Valentine's Day, this message is to all of my silent sufferers out in the world. Whether you are dealing with physical, emotional, mental, or even spiritual issues. So a little bit of background about me and why I wanted to make this video. I've been dealing with chronic pain for going on about 6 years now. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, otherwise known as the invisible illness, which is one of many. Gastroparesis, which I had to have a gastric pacemaker put in my stomach. I have arthritis riddled all over my body, but especially bad in my neck. Degenerative disc disease in my spine, a protruding bone in my lower back, which leaves me unable to walk sometimes. And then, of course, the accompanying issues like insomnia, generalized anxiety disorder, panic disorder, and depression, chronic migraines. The list goes on. So I say that to say this. You never know what someone else is dealing with unless you take the time to get to know. So anybody out there that's dealing with a disability or a chronic illness, I see you. I literally feel your pain, and I love you. You are loved. On another note, it is a fact that we register emotional pain the same way that we register physical pain. That is to say that the pain centers in our brain do not know the difference between, say, an injury or if someone is dealing with a significant loss, maybe they're grieving, or persistent sadness, maybe they have depression. So to anybody out there that is dealing with an emotional or a mental disability, you are validated. I see you. I feel you. I love you. You are loved too. So I challenge everyone, whether you are suffering from something or not, to go out into the world and to counter with kindness. We tend to make snap judgments about people in brief encounters that tend to cloud our perceptions and our judgments. But the bottom line is that everybody has a story to tell. My story might not be the same as yours, but everybody is dealing with something nonetheless. Personally, I can't count how many times I have been feeling some kind of way, and I have gone out into the world and I've projected it on somebody else by being rude or being short or ignoring them. But you'd be surprised how much a little bit of empathy, that is putting yourself in somebody else's shoes, it could go a long way. It just takes someone to say, I understand what you're going through. Or maybe I don't understand what you're going through, but I sincerely wish that I could help. I sincerely wish that I could ease your suffering. My heart goes out to you. Those kind of things can make a real difference. In those moments, it kind of gives me a reality check, and it allows me to kind of reset and to put things into perspective. So when you go out into the world and you meet somebody who is rude or mean or cold, before you make a judgment and before you give them a label, just remember that person also has a story to tell. So give them a smile or a gentle hug, wish that they could have a better day, write them a note, not just for their sake, but also for your sake, to try to dispel some of that negative energy and to try to see things in a more positive light. And it's not easy. It doesn't always come automatically. It requires a lot of practice, but you will reap the benefits tenfold. Um, every person deserves a happy and healthy life. There is enough suffering out in the world that we don't need to add to it. So let's not add to it. Instead, let's try to do our very little part in healing the minds, hearts, bodies, and souls of the people around us. So that's it for me. I hope everyone has a fantastic Valentine's Day.